Halloween is in the air. Hey guys, welcome back to Morris Manor for another spooktacular video. Now, the trailer was just released last night for the 2017 Haunt theme, or themes. And as you guys could tell, it had, I think you could only really tell a couple of the themes. If you checked out the description, there are more. But, so today I'm going to be kind of going through the first Haunt build, and I think it's going to be pretty cool. So, as you guys know, I'm calling it Panophobia, which is actually the fear of everything, or Pantophobia. I think, it can go either way. I just call it Panophobia. But as you can see, those three themes down there, which were pretty cool. Now, just to try to explain this a little bit better, what exactly Panophobia is, I apologize for that. Anyway, Panophobia, like I said, is the fear of everything. So I kind of wanted to give it a name like that for this sort of thing that I'm doing, since it's having lots of different themes. Now, if you guys are new to Morris Manor, I don't normally do more than one theme, but I had so many great ideas in mind for this year, I just wanted to kind of, combine them all together. Now, here's every one of the themes at the moment, and these are not official by any means. I mean, they could easily change very soon, but basically up here we got the Horror Hotel, which will basically consist of 3 rooms. The lobby, the actual hotel room, and then the bathroom, which will be will look like Psycho almost. It's like entirely based off of Psycho. Then we got the Mossy Ground Sanitarium, which will consist of half of an aisle. So it's going to be actually a fairly big room. And it will have Peekaboo Penny and Possessed Wall Hangers as Peekaboo Penny and the Possessed Wall Hanger as inmates, along with these Untimely Death statue standing kind of in the middle there. Then we have the bedroom or dead room, which will, of course, consist of Boogeyman, because, I mean, he has to go in there. There's no better place for him than a bedroom, along with most of my toy tabletops, and probably have an actor, or I guess actually actress, there on the bed, like a little girl kind of like screaming, because the Boogeyman is coming to get her. That room basically centers around the Boogeyman. That's basically the main focus of that room. Then we have the Chop Shop, which will consist of all my gory, at least most of my gory stuff. It will definitely for sure have it'll have like my face and stuff that I made in there, and I'm really hoping to try to get Chopping Brock this year because he's pretty cool. I found him for like 80 or 90 bucks, which I think is a pretty good price for him, and I'm hoping to get him. I probably won't, so don't hold me to that, but I'm hoping to. Then we have the Deadwood Forest Cemetery, which I keep changing the name for that. I mean, I might have it, I'm thinking of either Deadwood Forest Cemetery or the Spiritly Hollow Cemetery, which I think are both cool names. But anyway, that one will have like my Rise from the Grave props in it, and Pop-Up Zombie, even though he doesn't work at the moment. Maybe I can get him working. And definitely Skelly. And then over here, in the bottom right corner, we have the Hillbilly's Revenge, which will also be kind of a gross out theme. I have a sign actually already made for it, because this is going to be one of the rooms that you'll have to choose between. Well, you know what, I'll get to that later. But yeah, so there's Hillbilly's Revenge. It's definitely going to have, it's probably going to have Cerberus and Howling Werewolf in there, and I think that's going to be pretty cool. Then we have the Pumpkin Patch right here, which will be probably the smallest theme, actually. And it will have the Harvester and a couple of my pumpkin props in there. Nothing too big. Here's the Wasteland. This one is going to be the other one you're going to have to kind of choose from between Hillbilly's Revenge and the Wasteland. You're going to be like in the center of the Pumpkin Patch, kind of. You're going to have to break off into 2 themes. I mean, you're all going to stick together, but you can have the choice of one of these 2 themes to go into. And they'll both end up in the same place, but I think this is going to be kind of a cool touch. The Wasteland is going to consist of basically a whole bunch of homemade props that I have. If you guys saw my video that I made earlier, which is the Toxic Waste Barrel, this is what I mainly made it for. Then we have Experiment 13, which is basically a test facility, and of course, evil scientists will be in there. I'm hoping to get like live wires. There's the electric box live wires from 2015 and the electric box from 2016, along with maybe John Doe, but I really doubt it. But I really want him. And then, of course, we have the Do You Like Clowns, which is basically like the Carnival Returns kind of thing. Because, well, let's be honest, I can't really fit clowns into a lot of different themes. and I might have to retire them soon after this year's theme, which is possible. I'm hoping I won't. Maybe I can fit them in next year's theme, which I don't even know what it's going to be yet, but maybe I can still figure out a way. So there are all the themes. Now let's get to the layout. All right, so here is the hold on. Start video now. All right, so here is the the 2017 haunt layout. Now I'm going to try to kind of bring you guys through this using my cursor here. Now, like, I know this is extremely confusing to most people. It makes sense to me, but I know this is like entirely confusing to a lot of people. Almost every person I've shown this to has been very confused, and I know I'm going to try to show you guys a bit of a simpler layout later, but I'm going to do the best I can to make this not as confusing. So here we go. First of all, you enter. By the way, this whole section, everything below this line is outside. This is all outside, which means that this whole square here, that's all the garage right there. And then this is all outside. So, and actually, yes, I am going to start with a little bit of walls outside. They're not going to be very big, but some walls outside. Just kind of some. I'm planning on having maybe some PVC with the tarps or tablecloths hanging from some clothes wire or something. Anyway, so back to the haunt layout. You're going to enter into the Deadwood Cemetery or Spiritly Hollow Cemetery or whatever the heck I'm going to call it. So you're going to be greeted by Rise from the Grave Reaper and Rise from the Grave Ghoul. And you're going to see Pop-Up Zombie over here, although again, he doesn't work. And Skelly will be over here hanging from, maybe I'll make like, I saw somebody on Instagram, I forget who now, but they made like a little miniature swing set for him out of some PVC, and I really liked it, and I might do that actually. So here's the pumpkin patch. Like I said, it's extremely small. It's probably the smallest theme I have in this whole thing. Either the Dead Room or the Horror Hotel are the biggest, probably. But yes, this is extremely small. I'm just going to put all my pumpkins around, and the Harvester is going to be there. And he's going to say his lines, and you can go through the Hillbilly's Revenge or the Wasteland, and you'll both, as you can see, end up in the same place. The Hillbilly's Revenge will consist of the sign that I made, which will probably be somewhere over here. The Wasteland will also have a sign that I made, which will also probably be like right over here. Let's start with Hillbilly's Revenge. So this whole thing right here, this whole wall will probably be chicken wire. And actually, I meant to move him. I forgot about it. But Howling Werewolf is probably going to be like right over here, so you'll see him behind all the chicken wire. And I might have like pots and pans or knocked down stuff all over the floor, make it look really nice and old. And Cerberus, I'm going to make some kind of doghouse for him, and he's going to be about in this spot. And then the Wasteland is going to have lots of ceiling foam everywhere. I'm going to try to like drape it down kind of on the walls. It will look really nice, and lots of different like electrical kinds of looking stuff. I'm hoping it will look pretty good. I have it all planned out in my head. I know it looks really weird, but I have it planned out in my head. And now you're actually inside, and this is where most of the haunt consists. So you're greeted by an actor or actress. I'm probably going to have an actress behind here, kind of like greeting everybody into the Horror Hotel, and I'm going to have signs and stuff to let you know where you are. Now, Jumping Dog will be on the table with a step pad. I actually got this idea from James Burgett. I hope I'm pronouncing that right. So go subscribe to him. He has a great Halloween channel. And it will also have my Jemmy Spooky phone and the spider portrait. Will all be on the desk. Now, the actress behind there is going to have the advantage of the foot pad right by their feet, so they'll be able to press that whenever the guests come up to see and everything. While she's talking and they're distracted, the dog will jump up in their faces, and it will be hilarious. So here's room 13. I'm going to make a miniature bed using some of my tubs and maybe a pillow and blanket. And then Terror TV will be in there as well. Nothing like huge, just kind of a small little room. And then this is one of my favorite rooms, actually, in this whole thing, is the bathroom. It's lit. It's going to be lit by just one giant strobe I'm going to get from Spirit. And you're going to kind of like pass by, and I don't have this prop, by the way. This is the closest thing I could find to what I wanted to remember what I was doing. I'm going to try to make my own PVC Norman Bates kind of looking prop, and you're only going to see him from the back, but he's going to be like holding a knife, getting ready to pull open a shower curtain, and it's going to like I'm going to have like shower sound effects in there, and it will look like he's getting ready to reenact the famous Psycho shower scene, which will be pretty cool. And then that's the end of the horror hotel. That's all the horror hotel right there. Now, also that's all like supposed to be caution tape, so you'll be like walking through there. And then this is going to be just like a tiny little alleyway. I'm going to see if I can get some maybe trash cans or something. And that is representing a panel wall that I found at Menards. I think it was Menards. A brick that I'm going to like kind of slit through it. I'm going to probably make a haunt build on it, so I don't want to give away too much. And you'll enter the sanitarium, which will have the Untimely Death here, like I said, and Peekaboo Penny and Possessed Wallhanger in their cells. And that's pretty much that. The sanitarium is also supposed to be in New Orleans, so I'm going to have the swamp area kind of looking thing. It's going to look pretty nice. I'm going to put like moss all over the walls. I think that'll look pretty good. And then you'll enter the butcher shop, which will have like probably lots of feet and hands and heads and stuff hanging from the ceiling. And of course we have Brock there if I can get him. I'm probably not going to be able to, but I really hope I can. And then we have the test room, which was originally going to be a build on of the sanitarium, and I think I forgot to remove that. So forget that. That's not there anymore. Neither is the chicken wire, because I mapped it out, and that's just not going to work. But in that room, we're going to have the evil scientist, incinerator, high voltage, and assuming I can get them, John Doe, and the electric box, and maybe live wires if I can get them. But I doubt I'm going to be able to. Then we have the Do You Like Clowns room. We're going to have, this is going to be a very small and claustrophobic room, by the way, and I'm going to try to get some like neon spray paint, and it's going to be completely lit with black lights. So we're going to have Twitching Clown there. He's going to be, doing his thing. And then Monkey Chimes and Accordion Monkey, I just couldn't really fit him on, so that's the reason why I couldn't put him on the box too. But I'm going to try to make some kind of a red box with the big star in the middle. I think that would fit them well. And then this was the only picture I could find of the small clown that I have, so I couldn't have him like with all the white like the rest of the props on here. But he's just going to be kind of back there and looking creepy. And this is going to be another very claustrophobic room. This one is this one's the one room I have that's kind of like a continuation of last year's theme. And then finally we have the dead room, and I might try to bring a bookcase here. I know I didn't put in most of my tabletops, but I might try to bring a bookcase, and if I can, then I'm probably going to have it like right over here with some creepy toys on there. Of course, here's Boogeyman, and there are a couple of my toys, which will probably be in the bookcase if I get it. And Roaming Antique Doll is going to be sectioned off by some bricks or something. And I have a little kind of table sort of thing that looks exactly like it would be in a bedroom. And I'm just probably going to use that and put Haunted Lamp or something on top of there, although Haunted Lamp doesn't work anymore if you guys didn't know. And of course there's Boogeyman in the closet. And then you exit, and I'm going to have a donation table right out here. Now that's basically the basic idea of the layout, and I know I went into like excruciating detail on that, but that's okay. I'm going to try to have a chandelier. I actually acquired a chandelier, a real chandelier. It doesn't work anymore, but I acquired a chandelier, and I'm going to try to have that in room 13. I would have it in the lobby because I know it would look better in there, but the garage door is probably going to come out to like right about there. That's probably all going to be the garage door since it's going to be open, so I'm probably going to have to hang it near the back of room 13. I still think it should look cool though. So guys, well, I know this video is getting a little bit lengthy. Here's the more simple layout. So you go through the Spiritly Hollow Cemetery, or again, whatever I'm going to call it. You go to the Pumpkin Patch, into the Wastelander, Hillbilly's Revenge, the main lobby, the room 13, and the bathroom, into the sanitarium, the butcher shop, number 13, or the test facility room, the Carnival Returns, or Do You Like Clowns, whatever one I'm going to call it, and then the dead room, and you exit. And I hope that was a little bit of a better explanation of it. So I just now realized that most of this video, oh, sorry for that again, has been horrible quality, and this is also probably horrible quality right now. So I apologize for that. My screen share, or not screen share, my screen capture is really acting up. I don't know what's going on with it, but I sincerely apologize for that. But thank you guys so much for watching another spooktacular episode of Morris Manor. I know this video was a little bit longer than expected, but I wanted to make sure you guys really got the idea of what I was trying to do. Make sure to visit my website to see a more clear version of the actual layout, because I think you'll enjoy it a little bit more then. So thanks guys for watching. Please rate, comment, subscribe. I'll see you later. Remember, Halloween is in the air, and happy hauntings. Bye guys.